They speaking from the perspective of what they understand, the things they've experienced, the things that they believe are possible. So if you talk to somebody, let's say for instance, you talk to somebody who works at Taco Bell, right? And he makes $8 an hour, and you tell him that you want to start a business and become a millionaire and hire 1,000 employees and be on the cover of Forbes magazine, they're gonna look at you like you crazy, right? Why? Why are they gonna look at you like you crazy? Because from their perspective, they have no reference to that being possible, because all they know is what they know, which is work at Taco Bell, get your check for $8 an hour every 2 weeks, and that's basically your life. That's all they know, so they wouldn't understand it. So, but if you go to a businessman, like let's say you go to Richard Branson and you say, hey, I'm thinking of starting a business and I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to make $1 million my first year, and then I'm going to hire 1,000 employees and I'm going to be on the cover of Forbes magazine. He's going to say, okay, well, all right, what's your plan to do it? I might be able to give you some tips. Why is he going to respond differently than the guy at Taco Bell? Because Richard Branson, his experience, the scope of his life, his perspective is possible because he's done it. So that ties into several different things. This will go into 20 different videos, but the point is this. When somebody's telling you something that's possible and not possible, consider the source of the person who's telling you that information, because someone who's never experienced the thing, a lot of times they don't believe that it's possible because they have no scope of it being possible because they never lived it. So when you're talking to somebody who's actually done the thing that you want to do, they're not going to laugh at you and say it's impossible or say, no, you can't never do that. Like, be realistic. They're going to say, okay, cool. Now, then they're going to probably ask you questions like, all right, what are you going to do now? What about this? What about this? And they'll probably say something that you hadn't thought of that you're going to need in order to get from point A to point B, because why? They know what it takes to get from point A to point B. And sometimes you're talking to somebody who has no idea of that background, that perspective, that life, those accomplishments, and they're going to try to belittle you because they just don't know.